Hello, Heather Page here, Enrich Your Mind Tuesdays. I am owner of Acorn Health and Wellness, and today I want to talk about self-love. So I was reading Brené Brown's book, The Gifts of Imperfections, and a quote popped up that I thought was really beautiful. And something that's been kind of present with people in the community lately and a lot of my clients. So I want to share this with you today, and I hope that you get to take something away from it. So here is the quote that I love so much by Brené Brown. Owning our story and loving ourselves. Though that process is the bravest thing we will ever have to do. So again, owning our story and loving ourselves through that process is the bravest thing that we will have to do. And I agree. It is the bravest thing we'll have to do. Self-love for myself has got me to where I am today. I would not be sitting here sharing with you today if I did not learn how to love myself. And I wouldn't have that openness and space for myself to see this vision for my future of what I want and for my present. Without self-love and this journey that I've been on the past few years, without this self-love, and really what it really is for me is without pulling out these qualities that already exist right here, that are already in me, without enriching those, because for me, the life that we want, who we want to be, that already exists, you guys. That already exists in here. It's just waiting for that doorway. It's waiting for that window to open, to allow itself to be available. It's waiting for you to say, here you go, it's time to shine. So that's where I truly believe it's not about changing and transformation, and that does happen naturally. But everything we already want, the reason that we want it, the reason that we're receiving those visions is because it already exists right here. So for me, self-love is a tool for enriching those qualities. Self-love is the thing that helps me embody all of who I am, that allows those qualities that make up my integrity, allows that space for it to shine. That's what self-love is for me. And without it, I wouldn't be strong, I wouldn't be compassionate and kind and caring, and I wouldn't be able to practice that in every part of my life. I wouldn't be able to bring that to my clients through coaching. I wouldn't be able to bring that to myself, to my family. And the biggest part there is being able to bring that to myself, because that love that I have for myself is what enables me to practice it every day. It's what enables me to practice my compassion, and practice that caring and kindness and patience, and bring that to my everyday life. And the biggest part of self-love is owning all of who I am, inviting all parts of me to be present. So that's the goofy, the funny, smart, loving, kind, caring part of me, but also those ugly parts that we don't want to talk about. You know, the fear, the doubt, guilt, anxieties, all those nasty things that we tell ourselves that they are, that we label them as. I often say that I invite these ugly parts of me to snuggle up on the couch together, to be out in nature together, sit on the park bench, share a cup of tea, and if we really needed a glass of wine. I invite those parts. They're my friend. They are who I am. I invite them to be with me. I say yes to those parts of me. And why do I say yes? Because I learned that when I was telling my thoughts and feelings, no, not now, go away. I don't have time for this right now. No, 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 no. Stop. You stop it. When I was telling that to myself, I was slowly dying. Yes, dying, saying that I'm going to die, that part of me is dying. I know that sounds dramatic, and it may be, but it's true. When I'm not allowing myself to be me, when I hesitate, when I hide, when I push down all those parts of me, of who I am, so that I can be loved, that I can feel accepted, when I push those down, when I force them out of me, and when I do things that really don't sit well with me, that really aren't in alignment with who I am, then I'm not really living. I'm not alive. Because the thing is when I tell myself no, when I tell myself stop it, don't think that way, I become an imposter in my own life. I'm an imposter in my own life. I'm an imposter to myself. And if I'm an imposter to my life and an imposter to myself, then how can I be living? I can't. So the most courageous thing I had to do for myself is to be vulnerable, to tell my story, and not only just tell my story, but shift my belief about my story. I used to think that my story and everything that I've lived and done made me bad. But that's not the truth. The truth is, my story is beautiful. My story is real. It's my reality. It's my life. It's who I am. And the thing is, what I found when I was hiding that, when I was hiding my triumphs, my struggles, all of my story, when I was hiding that from others, I wasn't feeling connected. I wasn't feeling loved. I couldn't. I was silently and sometimes verbally telling myself, your story doesn't matter. You don't matter. That's what I was telling myself when I was hiding that, when I was pushing it away, telling it to stop. Not now, not time now. And when we tell ourselves that we don't matter, how could we possibly choose people to love us and support us and be part of our lives? How can we possibly love ourselves when we're telling ourselves that we don't matter? The thing that's happened for me is the moment and each moment after that I choose to share me, to share myself, to share my pain, to share my story and all of it. I'm actually giving myself a little hug. I'm actually telling myself, I love you. I am proud of you. And that naturally opens the door for loving myself deeper, for loving others around me. And yes, sharing is terrifying. I'm not going to tell you that it's easy because it's not. You're putting yourself out there and you have no control over what people are going to say or do when you do that. So there is that fear there. But I am choosing to use my fear as my driver. Fear is my driver to being the best version of me, to loving myself, to loving others. Because for me, fear and love are one and the same. You cannot have one without the other. So that is my personal breakthrough on self-love. That is how I continue to deepen that relationship with myself, and I still use it. I've used it at the beginning, and I still use it today. And that was the biggest shifter for me, was giving myself the gift of yes. Once I was saying yes to my thoughts, yes to my feelings, yes to my story, I was saying yes to me. So give yourself the power of yes. Okay, go out and say yes today, say yes tomorrow. Give yourself that gift. Grant yourself the time it takes to practice saying yes, because it does take practice. It's not something we just wake up and get to do. We can wake up and make that choice. This is how I want to be. And then you practice that. So saying yes to letting those parts of you shine, to the parts of you that you've been hiding. Say yes to those parts today. Allow this yes to be your gateway to connection, to be your gateway to love. Say yes. So that is my take on self-love, my little secret. I hope it helps you guys to enhance that body, enrich your mind, and love yourself. If you have any questions, please let me know. Comment on the video, send me an email, message me. I'll be happy to talk. Thank you guys. Have a great day.